Hi everyone, and welcome once again to Southside Dodge Rebels this week. Another busy episode, 4 games to tell you about. We have a sneak peek at the brand new Red Deer Rebels office area, and we go one-on-one with Rebels 20-year-old netminder Devan Dubyk. You know, it's funny how things can change from one season to the next. Last year, the Rebels came within minutes of shutting out the Moose Jaw Warriors for their entire season series, of course thanks in large part to Darcy Kemper. Unfortunately, this year, the Moose Jaw Warriors have had no trouble putting up goals against the Rebels. Let's go back to last Tuesday night in Moose Jaw and see how things turned out as the Rebels visited the Warriors. Now, I always thought it was only birds who flew into glass, but apparently the Warriors mascot got a little confused during the pregame. Moose Jaw strikes first in this one. Cam Braze comes in and fires from the right face-off dot. Devan Dubyk can't hang on to it. Sam Fioretti corrals the rebound for his 18th goal of the season. 1-0 Warriors midway through the first. Team Canada World Junior forward Quentin Howding comes in all alone on Dubyk, but a great diving play by Cody Teal breaks up the scoring chance. Another tough blow for the Rebels on this play. Turner Elson plays the puck along the boards. He then has his head driven into the glass by Moose Jaw's Kenton Miller. He was given a major penalty for boarding and a game misconduct. He would also receive a 1-game suspension. Rebels tied at 1 just after the end of their power play. It's Matt Dumba over to Chad Robinson. His shot is stopped by Luke Siemens, but the puck squirts out to Tyson Ness. He scores his 16th of the year, 1-1 through 20 minutes. Moose Jaw regains the lead early in the second. Fioretti starts to play by setting up Dylan McElrath for the point shot. Puck bounces off Dubyk's pad right onto the stick of Fioretti for his 19th and another goal off a rebound, 2-1 Warriors. You may notice a trend developing as Moose Jaw makes it 3-1. Another blast from the right side by McElrath, another save by Dubyk, but another rebound goal, this time for Howden. It's his 29th of the season. The Warriors took a 2-goal lead into the third. No holding back between these two teams with a number of crunching hits going back and forth. Still 3-1 Warriors late in the third when James Henry wins a race to the puck and slides home his 14th of the year into an empty net. Moose Jaw would add one more after that. They win the faceoff in Rebels territory. Travis Brown wires home his 6th of the year. 5-1 is your final score as the Warriors beat Red Deer for the 3rd time this season. So after scoring just 1 goal on the Rebels all of last season, the Warriors win 3 of 4 games this year, scoring 21 times in the process. The next night, the Rebels visited the Regina Pats to wrap up their 4-game Saskatchewan road trip and 8 games away from the NMAC Centrium, and they did so with a 3-2 victory. Tyson Ness with a goal and an assist, Devan Dubyk with 20 saves. So finally, after nearly 3 weeks away and more than 6,000 kilometers covering 3 different provinces, the Rebels returned to the NMAC Centrium last Friday night to take on the Swift Current Broncos. Rebels turn it over in their own zone, malfunction at the junction. Josh Durko pounces on the loose puck, squeaks it past Devan Dubyk for his 8th of the year and a 1-0 Swift Current lead. Broncos do take a 2-0 lead on a second period power play. Brad Hoban leaves it for Taylor Vaz in the corner. He sneaks out and fires it for his 35th goal of the season. Coda Gordon providing a perfect screen on the play. No chance for Dubyk on that one. Petrovic with another scoring chance for the Rebels, an end-to-end rush with him unleashing the slap shot on net. But once again, Groenheid says thank you very much. Great glove save. Broncos working on another power play, put this one away in the third. Dylan Hetherington plays give and go with Holman before blasting his 2nd of the year past Dubyk. 3-0 Swift Current at that point. They had an empty netter to make it a final score of 4-0.
Sometimes worry as a coach, and we're certainly concerned, to a degree going into the game. You're always cautious about that first game at home after a long trip, and we felt we'd addressed it and prepared for it as best we could, but I thought we came out flat in that first period. We weren't moving, didn't move the puck. We had a lot of turnovers in our own zone, and three of them led to the first goal against, and we just weren't able to establish a lot of pressure because we weren't moving and didn't finish any checks.
So John Groenheid in his 4-year Western Hockey League career has 2 shutouts, both of them against the Rebels. His 45 save performance is the most by any goalie with a shutout this season. One more game for the Rebels this past Saturday. They wrapped up 4 matchups in 5 nights as they played host to the Saskatoon Blades. Bolton Pouliot gets the start in this one for the Rebels, seeking his first ever win on home ice. Blades get the opening goal in this one, however, after the Rebels squander a pair of power plays. Martin Stransky with the point shot. Brett Stolven cashes in on the rebound for a power play goal for Saskatoon. It's 1-0. Brent Benson lets loose with the point shot. Pouliot makes the save. Rebound bounces around in front before the Rebels clear it out of harm's way. Charles Inglis turns on the Jets and comes in on Blades goalie Andrei Makarov. Stransky is there with the back check, but he loses his stick in Charles's feet. That results in a penalty shot. Inglis looks to tie the game. He goes with the backhand deke. Makarov sprawls to get a piece of it with his pad. Then it catches a piece of iron. Blades hold on to their 1-0 lead. Dalton Thrower with a blast from the point goes wide. The puck comes out front where Adam Kambites gets to it before any damage is done. Travis McAvoy with a wraparound try, but Bolton Pouliot gets the pad down. Rebels find themselves shorthanded early in the second period. Matthew Dumba leads a 2-on-1 rush. Stransky tries to block the pass, but Dumba finds Chad Robinson, who chips the backhander past Makarov. RoboCop's 8th of the season ties this game at 1. Later in the frame, it's Cody Teal shooting from a sharp angle. Adam Kambites puts home the rebound for his 15th of the year and his first since returning from injury. Rebels take their first lead of the game at 2-1. Big hit here as Tommy Stepancic catches Mark McCoy looking at the puck. McCoy didn't like that much. That leads to a two-man tango. To the third period now, Alex Petrovic starts to play with a nice pass to Mark McKenzie. He gets it to Kambites, who finds John Person for his team-leading 22nd goal of the season. 3-1 Rebels at that point. Dumba would add an empty netter as Person mobs Pouliot following the final buzzer. Rebels win 4-1.
That's a team we've been for the better part of the last few weeks. I thought we had everybody going. We were real tenacious. We came out strong and had a good start to the game. We got back on our heels after they scored that first goal and gave up a few opportunities. Just got a little bit back on our heels in our zone there in the first, and Bolt held us in with a couple big saves, and then from there on I thought we just got better and better.
Jesse let me know this morning, and you know what, I tried just not to think about it. Went out for lunch and just did my normal thing, and you know, it worked out.
Bolton got the opportunity, and I know he was itching to get back in there. I mean, he had that solid game in Kamloops, and he had kind of proven that he can step in, and he did an awesome job tonight. He battled and made some key saves for us.
The third period was really quiet, and then I was shot till like probably 15-minute mark or so, but no, the first period really helped me calm myself in, and you know, just getting a groove from there.
A good night for both Adam Kambites and Matthew Dumba, each with a goal and an assist. Bolton Pouliot with his first ever win at the NMAX Centrium. So here's how things work out for the Rebels. The magic number is 6, meaning any combination of points gained by Brandon or Saskatoon or points lost by the Rebels will eliminate Red Deer from playoff contention. John Person continues to lead the way for the Rebels with 54 points on the season. Tyson Nez quickly climbing up the scoring ranks now with 17 goals on the season. Here's what's coming up this week for your Red Deer Rebels. Starting Tuesday night, they're on home ice at the NMAX Centrium, taking on the Calgary Hitmen. Then on Friday, they play host to the Edmonton Oil Kings. They go to Edmonton on Saturday night. And then on Sunday, one more game versus the Hitmen, this time in Calgary. As always, catch every broadcast on 106.7 The Drive. Coming up after the break, a first look at the brand new Red Deer Rebels administration office, some information on season tickets for next year, and a one-on-one chat with 20-year-old goaltender Devan Dubyk. Southside Dodge Rebels This Week is presented by Southside Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Red Deer, Alberta. Welcome back to the show. Well, construction work has been underway all season long. It finally wrapped up this past week. Let's go inside for an exclusive look at the brand new Red Deer Rebels front office.
It's probably about 4 times as big as our old office, about 4,000 square feet. We've got all the offices, everybody's in one place now, so it's nice because when you need to talk to someone like Mooner, you can just yell down the hall at him instead of having to call up to him, and it's really good. It's kind of like the way Brent likes to do everything. Everything's got to be done right, and they definitely did a really good job of building this for us.
Season tickets for the 2012-2013 season are now on sale. Various prices and packages are available to suit your needs. Contact Brett Kelly or visit reddeerrebels.com. Well, as we wind down the regular season here on Southside Dodge Rebels this week, we thought it would be a good idea to catch up with the outgoing Rebels 20-year-olds just to see how they enjoyed their season, what they're taking from their WHL experience, and what they might have planned for the future. And we start by chatting with Rebels goaltender Devan Dubyk. And Devan, thanks very much for doing this. I guess just maybe talk about, it's been a bit of a whirlwind for you. You came here in December, and it's been quite a ride for you since. Maybe just talk about how things have gone for you here with the Rebels.
It's gone pretty good, you know. I came in, got lots of starts under my belt, and it was tough, you know. We still had a lot of injuries coming in. I was hoping for a couple of guys to get healthy and make a playoff push, but we're still doing that with lots of key guys out. And it's been a pretty good experience, especially getting a lot of starts. I think I started like 20-some games in a row, and it's been a fun time and a great experience.
Must have been quite a thrill for you when you were playing in the SJHL at the time to get that call from Red Deer and get another shot at playing in the Dub.
Yeah, I was pretty excited, but it was also tough. You know, Humboldt was hosting the RBC this year, and it's always a great feeling to be on a host team, especially for a national title. But really, my heart was in the WHL, and I knew I could compete at this level and be a starting goalie.
Everybody obviously familiar with all the injury troubles the Rebels have had this season, Dubyk, and especially for a guy in your position, that must have been quite a unique challenge to try and help a team in that situation.
Yeah, it was a different role for myself, especially I've been backing up Tyler Bunz the last 2 years, and I came into this season hopefully find a starting job, and it didn't take a couple of months, like 2 or 3 months, to find a starting job in WHL, but I'm glad I came here and helped out the team.
It's great that you mentioned a guy like Tyler Bunz, who is not only an elite goaltender in this league, but in all of Canadian junior hockey. Having been around him for as long as you were, what were some of the things that you picked up?
Just his compete level he brings each day, each game, and he's really athletic, really person that doesn't like to lose or even get scored on, and he's a great guy too, great buddy. I always keep in touch with him, and hopefully keep in touch with him later on.
I guess on sort of the other side of the goaltending tandem, what's it been like being a mentor towards Bolton Pouliot, who, as we've seen, has gotten better as the years gone on?
It's something different too. He's a great kid, great competitor. I know in practice he competes on every shot, every time he's on the ice he competes, and it's a tough role for him, especially not getting much starts behind me, but I think he's embraced the challenge, and especially over the last 2 starts he's played unreal.
So you mentioned a moment ago that your heart has always been in the Western Hockey League, and your career is winding down here in the next few weeks. What are some of the things that you're going to remember most fondly from your Dub career?
I think the players I played with, you know, it's a big, happy family down in the dressing room. I know in Moose Jaw is different because we were one of the worst teams, but in Medicine Hat it was a great time, and especially in Red Deer here, we're pretty close with each other, and it's going to be a little sad to see each other go after the season or playoffs if we don't make it, but right now we're just focusing on each game.
I'm not sure if you've had much time to think about it here in the last little while, but have you thought about what you might be doing once your Dub career is done here?
I haven't really thought about anything right now. I'm just main focus is making playoffs right now, and if it comes down to, I've talked to some university schools, but hopefully maybe get a pro tryout somewhere, and if not, just take a year off and work somewhere or go to school, I guess.
Well, Devan, thanks for doing this. Thanks for coming in and being an invaluable part of this Rebels team, and all the best in the future.
Yeah, thank you.
Rebels 20-year-old goaltender Devan Dubyk. Our thanks to Devan Dubyk for joining us. Pretty cool to see what the new front office looks like. If you missed last week's episode with our dressing room tour, you can now check that out online at our website at rebelsthisweek.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at RebelsThisWeek and like us on Facebook. We'll see you next week.